Welcome to Exceptionally Calm. This isn't a parenting show filled with quick fixes. It's not a place for judgment, and it's definitely not a space where anyone pretends this journey is easy. This is story time for adults, a place where we sit in honesty, in exhaustion, in hope, and talk about what it really means to raise an exceptional child. For over 20 years, I've walked alongside families, parents raising children with complex needs, children who feel deeply, act intensely, struggle visibly, and often get misunderstood by the world around them. These are children ages 5 to 18, each with their own story. Stories of autism, ADHD, trauma, developmental delays, emotional regulation struggles, and everything in between. And while their diagnoses may differ, their parents often carry the same quiet questions. Am I doing this right? Why is this so hard? Will things ever get better? Here's the truth most people don't want to say out loud. Raising an exceptional child can feel isolating. It can feel overwhelming. And sometimes it can feel like you're the only one not holding it all together. But you're not. In Exceptionally Calm, we tell real stories, not polished, not perfect, real. Every episode is built from true case histories. No names, no identifying details, just the heart of what families have lived through. Because within those stories are patterns, understanding, and most importantly, connection. You'll hear about the 6-year-old who flips desks when transitions feel impossible, the 10-year-old who shuts down completely when reading feels like failure, the teenager who masks all day at school and falls apart the moment they get home. But more than that, you'll hear about the parents, the ones who keep showing up, even when they're exhausted, even when nothing seems to work, even when no one else understands. This is not about fixing your child. Let me say that again. This is not about fixing your child. It's about understanding them. And just as importantly, understanding yourself in the process. Each story we share will gently walk through these things. It's about happening beneath the behavior. What helped or didn't. And what we can learn from as we move forward. No shame, no blame, just insight and calm. Because here's something I've learned after 20 years. Behavior is communication. Escalation is not defiance, it's overwhelm. And calm is something we build, not something we demand. But let's be honest. Staying calm when your child is not is one of the hardest things you'll ever try to do. That's why this space exists. So whether you're listening after a long day, sitting in your car for a few extra minutes of quiet, or searching for something, anything that makes this feel less heavy, you're in the right place. Tonight we begin with a story, a young child age 5 who couldn't make it through a single school day without being sent home. Not because he didn't want to learn, but because his world felt too loud, too fast, too unpredictable. And a parent who was told over and over again, he just needs more discipline. But that wasn't the whole story. It never is. This is exceptionally calm. Let's begin.